Hello and welcome back to Mom versus Me podcast. Today, I am joined by Reverend Chanel, who is a metaphysical practitioner, as well as CJ, who has an extensive background in religious studies. And I myself, I am a student of discovery here, just trying to learn and have conversations in regards to our topics. And we're a space for curious thinkers, unafraid to ask deeper questions and explore them openly, connecting mind, body, and spirit through conversations and shared journeys. Today's episode is centered all around meditation. So, meditation is a mental practice where you train your attention and awareness to achieve a calm, focused, and clear state of mind. Instead of letting your thoughts run automatically, meditation helps you observe them without getting caught up in them. So, you guys, what is the hardest part for people being alone with their thoughts? Why do you think it's so
Mm.
hard?
Whew.
Back to self-awareness. Who are you when you're with those thoughts? What are those
Mm,
thoughts saying to you?
What are you telling yourself?
Yes, and if you can't deal with what you're hearing within yourself, that's why people that have this music and they really crank it up, and they crank it up so loud, they can't hear that, but they're hearing the
mm,
thump, the boom, the bop.
yeah,
What are they drowning out, you know?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
What are they drowning out? Who are they
Yeah.
disconnected to? Why they got to play this with all this negativity on it, the words, and then when you see them, when you talk to them, it's like you're hearing exactly what they just turned down off the sound system or
Hmm.
whatever. You're hearing all of the
Yeah.
self. They're not aware of who they are, and
Yeah.
they're searching and they're looking, and it's just not good. That's what we hear. That's what they hear, and so their thoughts, they can't deal with it. Hey,
Mm,
people are doing life. Every one of us is doing life.
sure.
And we're doing life, and all of us have been bombarded by what? Thoughts,
Yeah.
ways. You do this way. Come in and you do this that way. You don't do it this way. We train you to do it the way we want you to do it, and so forth and so on. And a lot of
Yeah.
negative stuff. Yeah.
What you think
They
now?
they have way too many thoughts. Like
Mm,
Mm.
naturally, I did research on this like last year, and I can't remember the exact numbers, but there were like upwards of 40,000 thoughts that run through a person's mind in a day. And
Wow.
that was the low end. That's
Oh
a lot
man.
of thoughts. And this is thinking about what you're about to put on, what you're gonna have for dinner 27 times in an hour.
Mm.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Like no one wants to sit with those thoughts.
Mm.
Like it's and a lot of the thoughts they don't even want to think. So they're
Yeah.
trying to find a way to drown them out, like you said, with the music,
Hmm.
with drugs, with alcohol, with engulfing
Yeah.
themselves in you know anything else, any of their vices that they choose.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's mm,
Well, let me say this. I think everything you guys are saying is raining true, but I think a lot of times what we don't maybe necessarily realize is that it's not always their thoughts that they're drowning out, right? It could be other people's thoughts. We have a whole childhood where you learn things from another adult, and not everybody has the greatest experiences, right? So I think a
Mm.
lot of those thoughts could be thoughts of other people. I was talking to my friend just this past weekend, and we were talking about films, and I told her, and she knows how much I love movies, and I shared with her how I used to watch movies with my dad all the time, and how it was a communal experience in the living room, and how we'd come together and we would sit and we'd pause the movie, we'd talk about who's the killer, who's doing this, what do we think, okay, then we play the movie back, and it was just a really good experience around watching cinema. And so she shared her experience that, for her growing up, her dad saw watching TV, watching movies as a waste of time. So
Mm,
if you're sitting down, you're enjoying something, that you're wasting time. You should be out doing something. You should be out working. You should be out doing other things. And so for her, it took for a long time for her to sit down on a couch and feel comfortable enough to watch a show, feel comfortable enough to take a few moments away and to do something, even to de-stress, because all she heard was her father's thoughts. What are you
Mm-hmm.
doing? You're not
yeah,
working. You should be doing something. You're wasting your
Mm-hmm.
time. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people are drowning out thoughts that they have from other people. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole nother thing we haven't explored. It's like how to take back your own mind for your own
yeah,
self,
Ooh.
exactly, exactly.
especially as you transition into adulthood. Not that, I have anything negative that my parents gave to me. Thank God I had a very good childhood in that regard and with a lot of positive thinking. But for those who don't have that, even knowing that you can overcome that thought process and have the audacity to have a thought of your own, that's a huge undertaking for
Yeah,
people.
Oh yeah. You
definitely.
know, even because I couldn't even understand my spiritual experience growing up, and when my children were coming along, I did never push them to have to go to a spiritual event. I wanted them to make their own decision. If they wanted to go, fine. If they didn't want to go, that's fine. I didn't judge them because I within myself still had questions that weren't answered. When you go back to words formulate wor words, thoughts produce words. Words formulate images. Images formulate what? A picture within us, our minds. And those things transform into what? Something we don't like to have to deal with in society. Something that we don't like to see on a computer. Something we don't like to hear when we listen to music. Those things were all formulated from words, thoughts, words. If they meditate on it long enough, it becomes them. They formulate images, and then the images that builds in them, what does it do? It can lead to destruction or it can lead to life. But it's very important. We've got to tame the mind and we've got to know what we're dealing with
Yeah.
and change the way that it's being done, to discovery.
Yeah, wholeheartedly. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Uh, can't get it out today. But yeah, and I think meditation, God, I don't know. It's just so hard. And I try to put myself, I am an empath, so I try to put myself in other people's situation, into their shoes of how hard it may be to sit alone with your thoughts and to try to choose something differently. And this is why I harp so much on like self-awareness being the basis of everything, because the moment you're self-aware that, oh, that thought isn't my thought, then you can change it, right? Or even if it is your thought, you still can change it. But if you're not aware of where it comes from or what it is or why you do that,
Yeah,
then it's so hard to even like move past it and go on to like
yeah,
um to be really show gratitude and to even to do meditation, right?
yeah.
So
Back to
yeah.
who said that? Who said that? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
You've got to challenge everything that comes in your head. You've got to say yes, and you've got to say no. But if you can't
Yeah.
make the distinction, can you imagine how troublesome that is within someone?
Hmm.
Well, that's painful when they can't even distinguish the right from the wrong, and all this is going on in their head. Man, that's torture, and that is bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
But how do you get free of that? Self-aware. You got to be
Yeah.
self-awareness. We talked about gratitude. What are you meditating on? What is meditation? What is it?
Yeah. Okay. Meditation. That's my cue. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. So meditation usually involves focusing attention on your breathing or word or a sensation, relaxing the body, letting thoughts come and go without judgment. That's a big part of meditation. Of course, this is just one form of meditation. I think there are several forms of meditation. But that's a traditional sense of meditation, how people, they think of meditation. It helps to reduce stress and anxiety, improve concentration and memory, becoming more emotionally balanced, gaining a deeper sense of self-awareness, as we have discussed here. And there are many types of meditation, excuse me, meditation.
It definitely is medicine.
It
Right.
is medicine. It is medicine.
Medicine for you. So we have mindfulness meditation, which is paying attention to the present moment, often focused on your breathing. We have loving kindness meditation, focusing on compassion towards yourself and others. I didn't realize that was a actual thing, loving meditation. I think I do
Mm-hmm.
that quite a bit.
Yep.
Guided meditation, I'm
Mm,
very familiar with, which is following instructions from a teacher or audio. I think that's how I first kind of dipped my toe into meditation. It really helps just have someone telling you what you should be doing.
So you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, you're not
yeah.
necessarily just by yourself per se. So I really like guided meditations. I think they are
Well, you would have
great.
to know that it's safe to do with that person that you're listening to. Also, you want to
Yeah.
know. You want to know what you're listening to, who you're
Yeah,
listening to. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree. There's a lot
yeah,
of meditations on YouTube. And if I do a YouTube led meditation, I listen through it all the way through first, before I do
yeah,
it, just so I know. Because there's some sleep meditations that I like to do as well, and so I don't want to go to sleep to something I don't know what's happening.
yeah.
Even for shows, I
Very
used to
much
go to
so.
sleep to shows all the time, and then now I'm very particular about what I go to sleep to.
Mm-hmm.
Woke
Yeah,
up too many times in weird dreams. I'm like, wait a minute,
yeah.
I'm turning this show off.
TV,
Oh,
yeah, TV.
yeah, yeah. So,
Well, here's the deal: your spirit never sleeps.
mm,
I mean, it's always awake, and it's
yeah,
always in the receptive mode. And whatever you got going on, whatever sound you got going on, it's still there. That spiritual sense is still alert. You may be
Absolutely.
asleep, but your spirit is always awakened and it's always listening. That's why you should have some type of meditation going on. I do now. I practice it
yeah.
more now than I ever do. And it's sound. You listen to certain music and that I meditate to, and I've gotten to listen to some other people who talk you through certain meditational methods, and I'm really enjoying that more. And I'm feeling the benefit of it because it brings more peace to me daily now when I take the time to meditate on it.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
meditation is it's almost a must. It's a must. In today's world, it's a must. For me it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is it just sound? Is it a particular sound? Is there a certain sound we should listen for when we meditate? Or a certain word we should listen for?
I mean, there.
Are you speaking about from like
Just meditation in general or just fundamental meditations? Is it you know what I'm saying? Like Rita listen to the sound. You talk about loving
Oh, the loving meditation and
meditation
the
on about loving meditation.
yeah. I mean, I think there are different forms of meditation. I think there isn't there a form of meditation where you just focused on like a mantra, like saying particular word over and
mm,
over. I mean, there are meditations like
Chants, you mean like chants? Yeah, yeah.
they have chants,
Yeah, yeah.
affirmations, mantras. There are some that guide you into a different, like there's visualization meditations. There's frequency meditations where there's a certain frequency that's played, and it's the frequency of like love or your throat chakra or like any of the chakra systems,
hmm
so that you
Yeah.
can focus your energy on activating or doing some work on that specific chakra.
hmm, interesting. Yeah, I have this little verbiage here that
And when you
says
and when you yeah.
oh, go
Mm,
ahead, go ahead.
go ahead. No, when
Well,
she was saying frequencies. Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 go.
Okay, I'm gonna go. When you say frequencies, so the Earth has a frequency, the
Absolutely.
universe
hmm
has a frequency,
Yeah.
and we have a frequency within us.
Absolutely.
hmm
A
We have
frequency is like a signal, right?
like Wi-Fi,
And that frequency connects to
everything.
the frequency connects to everything and
The
anyone and
universe,
everyone.
anyone. That's a part of the gratitude and the frequencies as I was speaking about before.
Hmm.
When you have that negative frequency, or you have the frequency of negative thoughts or lack or fear or anything that's
Mhm.
based in the root. And then you have something that's higher, like love,
Yeah.
gratitude, bliss, joy.
Mhm.
Those frequencies resonate on that level, and it expands out and it touches all who resonate on that exact same frequency. So it is not just
Yeah. I
us.
can see. I understand now. Cause yeah.
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 It's like
It's
they
just
say,
like,
Yeah. The
oh, go ahead now.
no, I was going to say, it's just like when you're outside and they say, go hug a tree. You ever talk to a tree
I have
I
and,
spoken
have.
to
and,
my tree.
and let the tree talk back to you and feel what the tree feels? Baby, that is something unreal.
That's interesting.
It is something
That
unreal because the
that's
frequency,
a
it's just trees just do what they do. They grow, they need water, so they grow
yeah,
roots that
yeah,
go down and then they grow up and they grow big and they grow leaves and then at the end of the season the leaves change colors and then they drop and then it's just like the moon that goes through its own cycle. It doesn't ask you for none of that as long as you
yeah,
give it what it needs and don't mess with the flow of it, the natural flow, it'll do that and it
Yeah,
resonates
tree.
on a specific
yeah.
frequency. And when you touch it and you hug it,
Definitely. Yeah.
like go hug a tree. I used to stand on the roots
Like
of
like
my
giving it
tree.
life.
Because
Yeah.
and just envision yourself growing roots out of your feet and just connecting down to the earth and resonating at like I'm getting chills as I'm
Yeah.
saying this right now
Hmm.
because the
Yeah.
frequency is
Yeah.
real and when you legit can say oh my gosh this is it, I feel it,
Yeah.
like I don't have to believe it because I'm experiencing it and I
And
Yeah.
know this is it.
yeah.
It's interesting because I
And
didn't
it's
really
it was
know
always there.
about the tree stuff until I think you, Dale, a few years ago you came to visit and you were talking
Yeah,
about trees.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
I have another one of my friends, she would talk about trees and I never really thought about trees being like I mean, you know they're living and breathing, but you don't really think about them as a living, breathing
Yeah.
thing like you would a human or a dog or cat because they're just still, they're just there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's funny, like sometime last year I have this tree in the middle of my deck, and I would just randomly just start talking to it, like, hey, please don't drop no limbs on my new deck, like, or like, just
Mm-hmm.
thanks for the shade or whatever. Tell me
Yeah.
why this tree is
Yeah.
growing. This tree is growing branches now, like on the side, like all over the place. I've been here
Mm-hmm.
for almost 10 years. The tree never has grown
Wow.
That's beautiful.
anything like on the outside. Like I have to send a picture.
That's
But
beautiful.
it's growing like a
That's
bunch of
incredible.
them out of the
Yeah.
sides. I'm like, wait a minute. Is me talking to
Mm-hmm.
this tree
Wow,
doing
that's
something?
incredible.
I don't
Hey, it
know.
knows you're connected.
Yep.
I
It's you
mean,
and when you have a great space, like you're not just you. Like your home, everything inside of your home is you. You put it
yeah.
Yeah.
there, you manifest your home to look and feel exactly like I love coming to your house.
Oh,
I
thanks.
Mm.
feel at home every single time I step. I don't even have to of course I gotta call you, but
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I wouldn't. I would like. I like. But every single time I make it a point to come and visit you and Dory
Hmm.
because it's like home. You
Oh,
feel
thanks.
Mm.
like home, and when you
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like home, you are home. So
Yeah.
everything, like your deck that you manifest, that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
created and put together. Like we talked
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like your
Yeah.
deck,
Yeah.
everything on your property line, like
Yeah.
divinely protected, created
Hmm.
with divine guidance. Like
Yeah.
at the perfect time, at the time that you were supposed to experience that. Like that's nothing but love. Very intentional
Oh yeah.
love,
Yeah,
purpose,
no, for
and having
sure.
gratitude for that space because when you take care of it, it's gonna take care of you, baby.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's all that tree is
for
Wow.
doing is taking
sure.
care of you.
That's
All
beautiful.
right.
That is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's pretty amazing when you
It
think about
is.
it and just the frequency of everything, like Daddy was saying, and just
Yeah.
Oh, y'all want to hear something
But
real crazy? You want to hear some?
what?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm
Let's
gonna
hear
send
it.
y'all pictures, and
Okay.
I may send you a picture to see if you can like add it to this as we're talking. Maybe
Okay.
Rita, I don't know if you can work your
Yeah,
magic,
sure,
my
sure.
my cinema lady.
Sure.
So we we live out here in the suburbs. It's
Hmm.
a lot of land. Like there's a nature park right down the street that I have yet to explore, and we've lived here for 10 years.
Oh
I
wow.
gotta go explore.
Yeah.
So the other day, it had rained or it was about to rain. So we had our back door open and we see birds. Like there's lots of birds because of the nature park. So there's, cardinals, there's all the beautiful natural, birds that live in this area.
Hmm.
We see hawks flying above all the time.
Yeah.
Tell me why. I look outside on my fence and I'm like, is that a hawk?
Oh, wow.
Y'all. He
Really?
was he was a foot, maybe 14 inches, like from
Wow.
his
Y'all
head,
keep
and
talking. Keep talking.
then he started standing up and looking around, and we have neighbors that have chickens behind us.
Oh.
So I'm sitting here like, what's this hawk doing sitting here? And
Hmm.
so um our neighbors next to us have a dog, a big,
Hmm.
nice, like an American bulldog or something. I don't know what kind of dog he is, but he's big, but he's hella friendly. He's real friendly. He don't bark for real unless he want to come in because it's late and he's trying to watch TV. I don't
Hmm.
know, but
Yeah.
he the dog wasn't outside, but I see this hawk and he's just looking and looking. And I'm like, babe, look at this. So I take pictures, take a little bit of video,
Hmm.
and he turns around and I see him fly, like swoop and whoop, fly away.
Oh.
30 minutes later, James said, that hawk is back.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
I said, what does this mean? So I looked it up, and it's
Uh-huh.
just
Oh.
you're going through a transformation in life, major transformations. Like it's all about transformation and protection, major
Mm.
protection.
Mm.
And what we're doing
Interesting.
right now is build up our garden. It's spring, so we're building everything up. We already have some things that are starting to grow. But
Hmm.
I said, if this hawk is back here, ain't no cat, ain't no possum, ain't no raccoon, ain't none of that coming over touching my food.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
If this
true.
Hey.
hawk, we have a fake hawk that we keep
Uh-huh.
back there. That hawk was
Mm.
stunting that thing because he know he fake. He know he ain't real.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. No, that's
But
true.
when you're intentional with your space and you create it with love and comprehension that this is for the greater good of not only yourself but everybody else around you, everybody who you touch,
Yeah.
baby, those little signs, I said, oh, that's some protection. That's some
Mm.
strong protection because I've never
Yeah.
seen a hawk in my backyard.
Right.
Wow.
Twice at that
In
now.
twice in the same.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I'm gonna see him again. He gonna
Wow.
come back.
He's
Yeah.
your friend.
Yeah. He'll be back.
Incredible.
Wow. That is really cool. Oh my gosh. Woof.
Yes.
Yeah. And something else you guys mentioned earlier about thoughts. So, most of the time we're inside our thoughts, reacting, identifying, and moving automatically. Meditation creates a subtle but powerful shift where you begin to observe your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. And I think that's the biggest key for meditation because,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if it was you now or Daddy who mentioned that crazy amount of thoughts we're having each day, in each
Mhm.
second, in each moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and those thoughts are all over the place. Some are taking us to the past,
Mm.
some are taking us in the future, some are worries, like some hardly any are in the present moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's when you can be aware, self-aware that these thoughts are taking you other places, then you can take it back, right? You can take your
Hmm.
thoughts
Sure.
back
Yeah.
and like
Sure you
Yeah.
help
can.
guide your situation. So that's one of the
Yeah.
key reasons for meditation and why we tout it
Yep.
so much is to be able to
Absolutely.
be aware of what you're thinking and
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
yourself.
So
I think. Yeah.
that's the metaphysical definition of meditation.
Mm.
Mm,
And
interesting.
it's real short and sweet, but it's um to carry to its ultimate conclusion. Meditation is learning to live naturally as well as to be in contact with and have control over oneself.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
It's
yeah.
Beautiful.
very
Exactly.
simple.
Yeah.
There's a lot of key points that go to it. However, that is in conclusion the
Yeah.
base of it, having control over, like you said, your thoughts, because you can have a thought. I can have a crazy thought about anything
Hmm.
and comprehend that it's just a thought. This is in my waking day, this is in my
Yeah.
waking life.
Yeah.
So when
Sure.
you're able to control this and say, oh, that ain't mine. That's
Yeah.
somebody else's. I'm thinking of this
There you
right
go.
now. What am I doing
Exactly.
right now? Bringing yourself back to your center. I feel like
Yeah.
it makes the meditation easier
Mm-hmm.
because you're practicing it in your daily, everyday waking life.
Sure. Yeah.
Because life can be very meditative.
Sure.
It
Yeah.
can be very meditative. It can be very free flowing. And a lot of people think that you're supposed to just sit there and, you know, put your, do
Mm-hmm.
mantras and clear your thoughts. Like, you're not supposed to clear your thoughts. That doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen like that. You have to
Mm-hmm.
consciously choose your thoughts
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes. Yeah.
recognize when the
Yeah.
thoughts come.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing right now? I am
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
meditating. What am I meditating on? I am meditating to open my heart and allow my higher consciousness to speak to me,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you're looking to connect. You're looking to connect your like yourself with your highest consciousness, with
Yeah.
that God self, with your highest self. So when you comprehend and go back, because I can say this as many times as I want to or feel it, and when I'm in meditation, like now I've gotten to the point where I don't have to be guided. I
Mm-hmm.
still guide myself because that's who I am. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I've realized that I can come in and flow. I can come into meditation so easily
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because all it takes is for you to have an intention and to say, what am I doing? This is what I'm doing, and do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't do nothing else. When the thoughts
Mhm.
come, acknowledge that they're here. Thank you for that thought. We'll come back to you at another time.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for this opportunity. Right now is not your time, buddy.
Yeah.
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 And
There's this. Oh, go
it's
ahead, Danny.
just that simple because you are the one with the power and authority to receive that thought and act on it or not.
Yep.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just that simple to say that's my thought or that's not my thought. Even Jesus said, take no thought about certain things because he would make sure that your when it comes to those basic fundamental things that you need, he would take care of it. But he even said, think on these things, things that are good, honest, pure. There's certain things that you should think on rather than other things. So
Yeah.
it's all about taking ownership and then realizing every thought ain't yours. Everything you hear is not didn't come to you or from you. It came from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And doing exactly that, saying no to it and moving on to what's next.
I used
But
to.
meditation,
Oh no.
go ahead.
Oh no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To me, meditation helps bring alignment and it helps me to filter out thoughts with outside of me through the
Yeah.
meditation. It helps to get rid of those thoughts that are just, I know, man, that can't be God. That's just stupid. I would never think
Sure.
that. Where did that ugly thought come from? Or where did that mean idea, that mean act come from that I was thinking about? That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But some people can't get beyond that thought. They'll act on that thought and then they'll say, I didn't mean to do that. Well, you did it. You acted on it. You slapped that
Yeah.
person.
You
What do you
definitely
mean you
meant
didn't mean
to.
to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the action behind the thought is what we don't want to get to without
Yeah.
judgment. We want to be able to, you know,
Yeah.
make a decision, discern the thought that we're hearing within us, and
Mm-hmm.
then act
Yep.
appropriately. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me just say something really quick. There was this little you guys may have seen this is kind of circling around social media right now. It's this little girl, she's like a little Asian girl, it's so cute. And she's probably like 5. And she's in the bathroom on the toilet and her mom's recording her and she's like, "Mom, I don't want to do it. I'm having the thought to give the middle finger, but I don't want to give the middle finger, Mom. Take this thought away from me." And the mom goes, "Well, don't do it." She goes, "But it's telling me to do it, and I don't want to do the middle finger." And then she goes, "Mama, pray for me, pray for me." And the mom goes, "Pray for yourself." And then she just starts praying for
Oh,
herself on the toilet. "Lord, take this thought away. I'm still your child, Lord." I'm gonna send it y'all. I'm gonna send it to y'all. "I'm still your
good.
child, Lord. I'm still your child. Take this thought away from me."
uh,
Like, and it's literally through the innocence of a child, but that's really how it happens, right? You get
yeah,
these
yeah,
thoughts, and it doesn't mean you have to act on it. But even then, as a little girl, the mom led by example and say, "Hey, pray for yourself. I can pray for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
yeah,
pray for
yeah,
yourself."
yeah,
Yep.
You know? Learn
Yep.
how to handle your
Hmm.
thoughts and
Yeah,
how to,
she's teaching her lessons she can apply as she gets older and older.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But
Yeah,
that little
exactly.
video is like so, is going all over social
That's
media right
precious.
now.
That's
Yeah,
That's
pre
cute.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
something.
So
That's something.
I'm sure Google will send it to y'all if I'll still send it, but I'm sure
It's gonna come
they
to my, yeah. Look the way
it'll
the
be
algorithm is set up.
Mm.
exactly. Your phone's heard me. So
It look
but yeah,
even though we you in my ears.
right, even though even though I'm sure it will still
I
make it.
mean,
It's scary, man. We just gotta I just
it's
close
it's
my
it's
eyes.
it's the natural law. It's the way that it
Yeah,
works. Like all you
yeah.
have to do is say it. And it's showing us in real time on our social media pages that you
Yeah.
don't even have to say it out loud sometimes. You can just have the thought
That's the
Mm.
creepy part.
and it
Yeah.
just shows up.
Yep.
Like
It'll be
like
in the
how?
feed.
Like how I look this up over here on my business phone and then I pick up my phone that
Yeah.
has totally different apps, a totally different system, but it's my algorithm. It's still
Yeah,
mine.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're not even connected, but
Yeah.
I'm
See, that's
connected to them.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's incredible because that leads me to think because I've been watching these seeing these certain things pop up around the city that I hadn't seen before. It looks like they're extra. It looks like an extra sensory sound mechanism is what it looks like.
Those
Hmm.
towers,
Yes, but they're
it,
like they're putting them up in a more uh they're putting a lot more of them up,
mm-hmm.
and they look very nice, but I still don't know what they are. I keep asking the question. But you're saying that. I thought, well, why is it there? Who are they
Wi-Fi
listening to?
5, 6, 10G.
Yeah, and if and
Right.
I mean, do we really know what the Wi-Fi actually has the ability to do? Do we really understand it? If
Hey,
if
let
if
me.
we can sense a frequency, y'all don't think it can pick up a frequency?
It picks up all of that.
Hmm.
Yes,
It picks
yes,
up all of that, just like we're picking up
yes.
all of this. That's what. So in metaphysics, that's what meditation teaches. It
Mm,
teaches you. It brings you. It brings one to one's true positive image. It opens the channels to psychic power, ESP, telepathy, your intuitive thought and connections, and you make conscious contact with mystical power.
yeah,
That is
yeah,
what meditation opens you
yeah,
up for.
yeah,
So you have to be very intentional with it. Like some people are just they just want to jump into it. Like if you're not ready for no truth, don't do it.
yeah,
Don't even think about it. If
yeah,
you're ready for truth, which if you're watching this video, you are. That's why
yeah,
you're here.
yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
ready for that truth, you have to meditate. You have to get to a point where you can shut off the outside noise
Yes, yeah,
and you don't even have to shut it off, just turn the volume down.
yeah.
Turn the volume down so that you can actually feel yourself experiencing something very, 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 very powerful
And very,
because
Yeah.
very real and
it's
very,
very
very
real.
natural, and what we should have been flowing in and with and through all along.
Because baby, when I
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
there's so much that I would love to share and
Oh, I'm telling you, because meditation through meditation, I could have never experienced some supernatural things that happened
mm-hmm,
in my own presence
mm-hmm,
had I not aligned myself with the frequency,
mm-hmm,
with the alignment with the divinity,
yep,
so that I could at least be in position for others to receive
mm-hmm. That's why
and
you're
be
here.
the channel that the Holy Spirit used or that the universal God used to help
Mm-hmm.
someone else. That's
Absolutely.
what it was all about. But we too busy saying, "Oh, you should do this, or you shouldn't do that." Oh, baloney! We should have been doing everything
Mm.
Yep.
because we're Him in this earth, through Him and by Him. That's who we are.
Yeah.
That's incredible. We've got to get to the things that we've experienced because I want to hear some things, Chanel.
Okay.
I
Well,
want to hear
that
some.
okay, that leads me to my next question. How has meditation influenced your relationships with other people?
Ooh.
Any thoughts there?
Well,
Lots.
some people it has spit some people out.
Yeah,
Num
that part.
Numero uno.
Yes,
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
caused my alignment to be different when it comes to other people. Not that I'm trying to push them away. It's just that it, when it comes time for them to embrace what I'm sharing and feeling and sensing, and when they're ready to hear it, that's when they'll show up. That's when the right people will show up, I think.
Hmm.
That's when, but it's not that it's just not for everybody. It is,
It
but it's
is.
just that let him, one thing Jesus said is that something about if you do one thing, that he would draw the people to you, to your
Hmm.
experience of divinity. He would draw the people to you. Let him do the drawing let him join the people to you. Let him bring the people that want to be a part of what you're experiencing. Let him bring them. You continue to be humble and he'll do the drawing. I wish I could remember that scripture. Shame on me. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful what he
Yeah,
said. He said, let the divinity, let the universe bring you everything you need.
Hmm.
Just be who you are, flow with the universe, flow with him, through him, as him, and let the power flow through you and with you, and let him do the drawing. He
yeah,
knows how to do that. It's just
yeah,
so we don't have to
Yep.
be fake. We don't have to be a liar and a we don't have to be that. You know?
yeah, yeah.
No,
It it's
those are very deliberate choices.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And honestly, is
Yeah.
why I think Christianity has so many denominations is because people have taken it and what they took their perspective of it and created a whole group of people who identified as such,
Yeah.
right? And then now you
Yeah.
got Catholicism, you got
Yeah.
non-denominational, you got Baptist, you know what I'm saying? You got all these different people because
Yeah.
somebody read it, took from what they wanted, and those people flocked to that people too, because that's what they felt was the truth.
Back to the pattern of thought. They stopped it. They left out unity, brought division in, and
Hmm.
they left out love and have division. Now they pick who they choose they want to be a part of them. I mean, come on now.
Yeah,
And that's just his love. Love is for everyone, not just who you want to pick and choose to love. You know,
yeah,
and it's separation, it's divinity, and God is love. He's never been division. He's always been love.
yeah.
Yeah. Meditation has taught me to slow down,
Yeah,
Mm,
man.
to be
yeah.
intentional with my actions, with my words, with who I allow in my space. It's taught me to be able to focus myself
Hmm.
on on things that I'm looking to do. Like meditation
Hmm.
has been a very huge part of my life. Like
Yeah.
over these last, what is it? We've been living here for 10 years. Over these last 10 years, meditation has been huge.
Mm.
And it didn't start off easy.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
did not start
Yeah.
off easy because I was looking to experience it in the way that everybody said it was supposed to be experienced. Oh, you
Right.
do it like this. Oh, you do it like that. And sometimes that works. Sometimes it
Yeah.
works for people. Like women, our bodies are made differently. Like we don't do things like men.
Hmm.
Men do things in a very specific way. Men are built to do things that we are not built to do, like
Yes.
physically.
Right.
Hmm.
Physically. So when it comes to meditation, I've heard a lot of women, and I've actually read a lot of women struggle with meditating because they think they're supposed to sit there and let things come to them. And you only get there by intentionally choosing to get there, but you don't have to sit there and do it.
Yeah.
No, no.
I used to go in my kitchen real quick. I'll do this real quick. I used to go in my kitchen and feel things, feel things that weren't mine.
Hmm.
And I would be doing the dishes or making dinner or preparing dinner or something. And I would always come out of the kitchen. I used to stop and tell myself, like, why am I having these thoughts while I'm in the kitchen? I don't have these thoughts any other place.
Hmm.
any other place. So I
Hmm.
used to shun the thoughts. I used to tell the thoughts, you know what, you can get out of here because you're in my way.
Mm-hmm.
And I started by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work. It just kept the thoughts coming because I wasn't acknowledging them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because then I realized, okay, this is not my thought. I'm going to deny consent to this. And
Mm-hmm.
this was something that I created just by myself, telling myself or telling the thought, I deny consent to, for this thought to be in my body or in my auric field. I
Yeah.
release you with love.
Mm-hmm.
And deny consent was something I was using. I mean, I was using that like clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, like, okay, it's more than just denying it consent. It's actually using that to propel myself to a point where this is not a thing anymore. What am I actually doing when this happens? I'm cooking, or I'm preparing, or I'm cleaning. And I realized that it was deeper than all of that. It's deeper than knowing that this is not my thought, not knowing
Hmm.
where it comes from, too. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna just throw you out the window. Then
Mm-hmm.
four, I'm like, no, I can't just throw you out. I have to acknowledge you. And then the fifth step for me was actually saying, okay, when I'm in here, like I used to tell myself to get out the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was throwing the thought out and myself. And
Mm-hmm.
I would tell James, like, babe, I ain't going in the kitchen right now. I don't know. I'm gonna need some time because this is not stopping. I can't get it to shush.
Yeah.
And so I got to the point where I realized, like, oh, I'm uncovering things. These are
Mm-hmm.
my deep seated things that I've been holding on to that aren't even mine.
Ah.
But I'm here to process them out and transmute them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to release these things
Yeah.
from my energy field because
Yeah.
it's connected to everyone's energy field that I'm
Yeah.
connected to.
Mm-hmm.
And so meditation is deep. It gets like I
Yeah.
said, if you're not ready
Yeah.
for truth within yourself and your history, your bloodline, don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you're ready,
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
because it
Because
will take you
yeah.
exactly where you need
Yeah.
to go and you can be able to release those things and then you'll be able to actually access your gifts
Yeah. Exactly.
because that's where meditation has taken me. It's taken me
Yeah.
to a point where I can access those gifts. I don't have to discern between the voices anymore because they already discern for me. I've
Yes.
programmed it like
Yes.
that.
Exactly.
I don't have to
Yeah.
do the work. I've done the
Right.
work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
We
and and through your discernment of that thought, it purges you and it purifies you and it advances you to what's
mm,
next.
absolutely. So you don't
It
even have to
clears the
think about
pathway
it.
totally. Yeah.
You don't have to
And
think about
it
it.
now I do have one question. Does
Mm,
that thought occur again when you go in the kitchen? Does it come sometime anymore? Does it happen anymore?
that one doesn't. Some others still do.
But see, that one does no longer because it
Nope.
detached itself from anything spirit, soul, or your body. However it was attached, it's detached.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
and
I
med
because intentionally I chose because like I said, it's just like when you're choosing a quiet space to meditate.
yeah,
My kitchen is a very quiet space when I'm in there. Like
yeah,
there's nothing else going on in here. I'm in here
yeah,
cooking. Like if
yeah,
even if James is in the kitchen with me, or if if Shandi or Zane or my dad come over and we're in the kitchen talking, I'm still in a meditative state, just
yeah,
very present in
yeah,
the people in the
yeah,
space that I'm in. So I
yeah,
can still have these same downloads and have these same things that come because I've opened myself and I've been able to take the thoughts and say, you know what? I see what this was. Man, that must have been tough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how can I adjust myself and move forward knowing this now?
yeah.
I have to release it. However, I
Yep.
have to comprehend what that means for me,
Yeah.
not for
Mm-hmm.
nobody else,
Yeah.
not for you, not for James, not for my dad, and for nobody else. And if I choose to share it with them, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
However, at that point, it's meditation gets so deep. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, y'all already know. Like,
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
needs to. It has that. It needs to be deep within us because it needs
yeah,
to purge us of things that are hindering us from achieving our goals. Because
yeah,
through meditation, I learned how to deal with some deep seated things that I in my childhood that I'd forgotten about. And through
Mm-hmm.
meditation and my experience meditation about peace and love, he reminded me of some things that I did when I was a child. He had me to go back. The Holy Spirit had me to go back and ask the people, the persons that this was involved with, to ask them to me to forgive them. I had to ask them to forgive me, and they received my forgiveness, and it like it just something lifted off of me, out of me. It just
Yep.
left me. But I had to go through that process of purging before I could ever even be more effective when it came to ministering with things, dealing with certain things spiritually. It
Yeah.
Yeah.
became more, you become more effective. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely,
It's
definitely.
not for the weak.
No,
It ain't
no,
it ain't for the weak, and it ain't
no,
for
no, no.
it's they use the term like breaking generational curses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really believe in generational curses.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I think that they're just experiences that people haven't learned to comprehend. I
Sure.
think they're just things that sometimes you experience it and you're like, you're just stuck in the this keeps happening, this keeps happening, this keeps happening, this keeps happening. And when you think about it, as people, like women or men, we're like inside of our grandmothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like because you're born, women are born with all the eggs that they're gonna have in their life. You're born with them. So
Mm-hmm.
when you recognize that when grandma was born,
Mm-hmm.
or my mama was in her and I was in her.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was in my
Wow,
mama.
that's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
incredible.
Like when you think about that, it's like I was there, but I wasn't there. But all that
Yeah,
energy that's connected to her is attached to me because she was there. She had her experiences. And sometimes, like we've been talking about, some people will never stop and say, hey, what am I doing? Some people
Mm-hmm.
just won't. Some people don't
yeah,
have the stomach for it because it is not being able to see yourself. Everybody's not going to do that. And I
yeah,
don't feel like that's a curse at all. I feel like everybody gets exactly what they're supposed to get in life.
yeah.
Yes, some
It,
people are
it,
dealt
it,
are dealt more difficult hands than others.
Yeah.
However, you have it, and like I said, it's not to say anything about lesser about anyone who grew up in impoverished states or anything like that
yeah,
Yeah.
because being being brown people like us, we were born into a world that has been blatantly and deliberately like not honest with us.
sure,
Sure.
So
exactly.
we
Yeah,
Yeah.
we, we were born like with we were born with like in disparities with like just as we were.
Yeah.
So we've already had to overcome things that we should never have had to overcome.
yeah. We were
So
born into the system, and the system, our parents were in that system, and the attachment that was on them, the framework got in us,
yeah.
and it's still happening. Go ahead, continue, continue. Yeah,
Well, genuinely, there's just sometimes we have those things that just it don't click for some people. It
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't because I mean it clicks when it clicks. It's just like a baby. A baby will learn to walk, talk, and think as it clicks for them. You
Sure.
do it enough, if you show it to them enough, they're either gonna do it or they won't.
yeah,
And we think
Yeah.
there's something wrong when they don't. However, that's just where they are. And yeah, there may be a little disconnect in certain things.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like people are looking to break generational curses, and it's more so about like we've already spoken of being aware of ourselves so that we can learn so that our children and our children's children won't be born with the things that we were born with
mm,
so that they can be born more pure because we're always born
yeah,
pure.
Mm-hmm.
However, with the state of everything as it is right now, like my granddaughter, like my son and his girlfriend currently, like they live in a very specific space. This baby girl is going to need all the support that she can get,
Mm-hmm.
and
exactly.
we
Yeah,
are here to give it to her
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because she doesn't have any other choice. She wasn't given a choice. This
yeah.
they made a
She
decision,
she
and
came here. She didn't ask to. She's here.
this is where it is,
Yeah,
and she will do great things as long as she is open and if that's what her path chooses, as long as that's what her path chooses. I can't choose her path for her.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
has to choose it. We choose our own paths. And some
Yeah.
people's paths veer this way and they never come back and meet with others. And
Yeah.
that is I would love to make sure that everybody's path always leads to the same thing. I would love to for that to be the case.
Hmm.
And that's one of the hardest things that
Yeah.
I've had to comprehend as someone who sees the good in everyone, who sees the greater good of all, and that the fact that
Yeah.
I'm doing things for the greater good, there are people who are not here for that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Everybody's not gonna
there are
say
people
they're sorry.
they are
Everybody's
not
not
here
gonna
for
say
that.
forgive me. They're not
Yeah.
gonna do it. But
They're
we
gonna
owe
look
it
at you
to,
like you the
yeah,
issue.
yeah, we owe it
Yeah.
to ourselves to forgive and release regardless of whether they do it or not. Because we have to progressively, we got to move forward.
Absolutely.
It will hinder us if we allow it to, it'll hinder us. We don't need that. We don't need to carry that with us.
And I
We need
would,
to we need to let it go.
man, I would love to bring them with me.
Yeah.
I'd love to, love to, love to, love to, love
Yeah.
to. Like you said, everybody is on their own time
Oh
and
yeah.
their
Yeah.
own path.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
still divine timing.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
still
Yeah.
their divine timing.
Yes. And they have an opportunity to make a decision because it's divine timing. Because of
Yeah.
the timing is here and it's now. But also because it's divine and it's alignment time and it's decision time,
Hmm.
it won't stop it. It won't stop what God has, what the universe has for us this next. It won't stop it.
Absolutely.
It won't stop
Yeah.
it.
I think there's just a
Yeah.
level of curiosity that has to be there. It's almost like the Matrix. You gonna take the red pill or you gonna take the blue pill? Like I
Which one am I gonna take? The red one?
I do. I think it's a moment where you gotta be like,
Am
I
I
want
gonna
to know more. I need to know
Yeah,
more.
I'm telling you.
or I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't
Or I
care.
just don't care.
Just give
I'm
me the
just
pill.
I'm just leave that door shut.
Yeah, yeah,
What's behind door number two is not for me.
yep.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so important to
I
know those
choose the door.
personalities to
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
yeah.
walk the other way because you just
yeah,
don't even
Hmm.
waste your time.
Well,
yeah.
that's funny. Funny
Um,
you mentioned doors because Jesus said, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man open up the door, I will come in and I will sup with him, dine with him, refresh myself with him, and I will be his God and he will be my people." It's amazing. But when you mentioned door, I don't know why I went that way. When you said door, it just made me trigger me to go that way because of anyway. Go ahead. Did I get off?
yeah, right. Well, that's all we got today about meditation. If you guys
Oh
have
goodness, is
questions
that?
below about meditation or anything or if you're struggling with something with your meditation journey, want some advice, some tips, we're here. We're here to help if we can, and we put your comments below. And we will see you guys in the next one. All
All
right,
right.
bye-bye.
Bye.